Let's be honest, the dating world can feel like a never-ending cycle of surface-level interactions. You go on dates, exchange pleasantries, but rarely feel a genuine spark. It's like everyone's playing it safe, afraid to reveal their true selves. But what if I told you there's a way to break free from this cycle and create connections that truly matter? In this video, we're going beyond the usual dating advice and diving deep into 5 powerful strategies that will help you build genuine connections on your dates. These aren't your typical pickup lines or cheesy tricks. These strategies are about vulnerability, authenticity, and showing up as your best self. Get ready to ditch the small talk and embark on a journey to discover what it truly means to connect on a deeper level. Imagine you're on a date and you ask, "What do you do for work?"
She responds, "I'm a graphic designer."
Now, you could take the easy route and say, "Oh, that's cool." But that's a missed opportunity. It's a chance to dive deeper, to really get to know the person sitting across from you. Instead, try asking, "What is it about graphic design that you love?" Or, "What's the most creative project you've ever worked on?" See the difference? These questions open up a world of possibilities. These types of questions show that you're genuinely interested in her passions and her world. They demonstrate that you care about what makes her tick. They invite her to open up and share something more meaningful than just surface-level details. It's about creating a space where she feels comfortable to be herself.
Think about it. When was the last time someone truly listened to you? Someone who asked questions that made you think and feel seen. It's a rare and precious experience. That's the power of a well-placed question. It has the ability to transform a mundane conversation into a captivating exchange, one that lingers in your mind long after the date is over. It's not just about filling the silence, it's about creating a connection. Don't be afraid to delve into deeper topics. Ask her about her dreams, her fears, her values. These are the things that truly define a person. What are her favorite childhood memories? These questions can reveal so much about her personality and her past. What's on her bucket list? What are the experiences she wants to have before she leaves this world? What's something she's deeply passionate about? These questions can lead to fascinating conversations. These questions might seem simple, but they hold the key to unlocking a deeper level of connection. They show that you're not just interested in her looks or her job title, but in the essence of who she is.
When you ask these questions, you're telling her that you value her thoughts and feelings. You're showing her that you want to know the real her. They show that you're not just interested in her looks or her job title, but in the essence of who she is. And trust me, that's incredibly attractive. And trust me, that's incredibly attractive. So next time you're on a date, remember the power of thought-provoking questions. They can make all the difference. Now that you've mastered the art of asking thought-provoking questions, it's time to turn the spotlight on yourself. But here's the catch. It's not about bragging or dominating the conversation. It's about sharing your values, your beliefs, and the things that make you, you.
Vulnerability can be scary, but it's also incredibly powerful. When you open up and share your true self, you create space for her to do the same. Start by subtly weaving your values into the conversation. If you're passionate about animal welfare, mention your volunteer work at a local shelter. If you value creativity, talk about your love for photography or writing.
The key is to be authentic and genuine. Don't try to be someone you're not, or pretend to have interests you don't. People can spot inauthenticity a mile away. Sharing your values isn't about trying to impress her, it's about seeing if your values align. It's about finding common ground and building a connection based on mutual understanding and respect.
Remember, a relationship built on shared values is far more likely to stand the test of time than one built on superficiality. So, be bold, be vulnerable, and let your true self shine through.
Have you ever been in a conversation where you could tell the other person was just waiting for their turn to speak? It's a frustrating experience, isn't it? You can sense that they're not really absorbing what you're saying, just biding their time until they can jump in with their own thoughts.
They might have been nodding politely, but their eyes were glazed over, and you knew they weren't truly listening. It's almost as if they're physically present, but mentally checked out, and that can make you feel undervalued and unheard.
Don't be that person. Don't let your conversations be one-sided or superficial. Strive to be genuinely engaged and interested in what the other person is saying.
Active listening is about being fully present in the conversation and engaging with what she's saying. It's more than just hearing the words. It's about understanding the emotions and intentions behind them. It's about putting aside your own thoughts and judgments and truly trying to understand her perspective. This means setting aside distractions, like your phone or other thoughts, and focusing entirely on the speaker. One of the simplest ways to practice active listening is to use verbal cues like, "That's interesting." These small affirmations can go a long way in showing that you're engaged, or "Tell me more about that." These phrases invite the speaker to elaborate, showing that you're not just passively listening, but actively interested in their story. These cues show her that you're paying attention and that you value what she has to say. It's a way of validating her feelings and experiences, making her feel respected and understood.
Another powerful technique is reflecting back what you've heard. This involves summarizing or paraphrasing what the other person has said to show that you're following along. For example, you could say, "It sounds like you're really passionate about your work." This not only shows that you're listening, but also that you're interested in their passions and concerns. Or, "I can see why that experience was so meaningful to you." Reflecting back helps to clarify any misunderstandings and ensures that you're both on the same page.
Reflecting back not only shows that you're listening, but it also helps you clarify her message and ensure that you're both on the same page. It's a way to deepen the connection and build trust in the conversation. Remember, communication is a two-way street. It's a dynamic exchange where both parties should feel valued and heard. It's not just about getting your point across. It's about creating a space where both of you feel heard, understood, and respected. When both parties practice active listening, it leads to more meaningful and fulfilling conversations. Finding common interests is like discovering hidden treasures on a date. It's about uncovering those shared passions that ignite excitement and create an instant bond.
Think about it. When you meet someone who shares your love for hiking or who can geek out with you over the latest Marvel movie, there's an instant connection, a sense of camaraderie that transcends the awkwardness of a first date.
So, how do you uncover these shared passions? It starts with asking the right questions. Instead of just asking, "What do you like to do for fun?" try being more specific. Ask her about her favorite travel destinations, her go-to weekend activities, or her favorite books, movies, or music. You might be surprised by what you have in common.
Once you've discovered a shared interest, don't just let it sit there. Use it as a springboard for further conversation. If you both love to travel, share your travel bucket lists or swap stories about your favorite travel experiences. If you're both movie buffs, discuss your favorite directors or debate the merits of the latest blockbuster.
The key is to let the conversation flow naturally and to approach it with a sense of playful curiosity. Curiosity and empathy are the cornerstones of any meaningful connection. They are the building blocks that allow us to truly understand and appreciate another person. They allow us to step outside of our own experiences and see the world through someone else's eyes, offering a fresh perspective and deeper understanding. This shift in perspective can transform a simple conversation into a profound connection.
When you approach a date with genuine curiosity, you're signaling that you're interested in her, not just as a potential romantic partner, but as a human being with her own unique story to tell. This kind of interest can make her feel valued and respected. It shows that you see her as an individual with her own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This approach can lead to more meaningful and engaging conversations, where both parties feel heard and understood.
Ask open-ended questions that invite her to share her thoughts, feelings, and experiences. These questions show that you are genuinely interested in getting to know her on a deeper level. Instead of asking, "Did you have a good day?" try, "What was the highlight of your day?" This encourages her to share more about her experiences and emotions. Instead of asking, "How are you feeling?" ask, "What's on your mind right now?" This opens the door for her to express her current thoughts and feelings. These subtle shifts in language can make a world of difference in creating a safe and inviting space for her to open up. They show that you are not just making small talk, but are genuinely interested in her inner world. This can lead to deeper, more meaningful conversations that build a stronger connection. Creating this kind of environment is crucial for building trust and intimacy.
Empathy is equally important. It's about trying to understand and share her feelings, even if you haven't personally experienced the same thing. It's about being present and fully engaged in the conversation, showing that you care about her emotional well-being. If she's sharing a story about a difficult experience, resist the urge to offer solutions or minimize her feelings. Instead, simply listen with an open heart and try to imagine what it must have been like for her. This kind of empathetic listening can make her feel understood and supported. It shows that you are there for her, not just to fix her problems, but to be a supportive presence in her life. Instead, simply listen with an open heart and try to imagine what it must have been like for her. You can express empathy by saying things like, "That sounds really tough. I can't imagine what you must have gone through," or "I'm so sorry you had to experience that. I'm here for you."
These expressions show that you are not just listening, but are emotionally engaged and supportive. Remember, empathy is about connecting on an emotional level and showing her that you care about her well-being. It's about being there for her, not just in words, but in actions as well. By combining curiosity and empathy, you can create a strong, meaningful connection that goes beyond the surface and touches the heart. So there you have it, 5 powerful strategies to transform your dates from forgettable encounters to meaningful connections. Remember, building genuine connection takes time and effort. It's about being present, being vulnerable, and being genuinely interested in the person sitting across from you. The next time you're on a date, challenge yourself to put these strategies into practice. Don't be afraid to ask the deeper questions, to share your authentic self, and to truly listen with an open heart. You might be surprised by the depth of connection you can create when you approach dating with intention and authenticity. What are your go-to strategies for building a genuine connection on a date? Share your tips or experiences in the comments below.